All right. We're all
All
set for
right.
your Canva class.
Okay. Do we have any announcements or anything we need to do quick before?
Actually, let's do this. All of your announcements, gals, are in your Gorgeous Toppers newsletter, which came out yesterday. So just refer to it and that'll catch you up on everything. So, Don, you can take it.
Okay. So in Canva, what you'll find is a million ideas. Like there are so many different things in here. So the best thing you can do when you're using Canva is to know what you want to create first. Because when you go in and you just start looking, there's just too much and it's really overwhelming. So when you get to Canva and it'll say, what do you want to design today? When you search in that search bar that you see right there, that's going to search your own documents. So you want to go over here to the top and hit the create button, and then you can search for specific things. So let's search a for sale flyer. Oops, got to spell it right first. Okay. So
Is
then
this
it'll,
canva.com?
yep, canva.com.
Okay, thank
And
you.
there's a free version and a paid version. So you can use it for free. And then you can pick the type of flyer that you want to use. So let's just pick, well, if you click on social media too, it'll give you like social media sized um, templates that you can pick from. Okay. Facebook size. So let's do a Facebook event cover. So this is going to be your Facebook event cover. Nope, that's not what I want. Sorry. Oh, shoot. There we go. So I use the portrait flyer a lot for everything. So this is where you can create from just a blank space. Okay. And this thing that pops up here is for you to print and create. So I never use that, but this is a blank tool for you. Elements is something you're going to use a lot. And you want to search, here's the different categories of elements. So it's going to give you all kinds of things. The grids are for multiple pictures. So let's say you want to have a lipstick sale and you only want to highlight 4 lipsticks. That's what you would use the grid for. You would pick the grid and highlight those 4 lipsticks. I use the frames a lot, and I use the rectangle basic frame. So what this does is this allows you to put a picture inside this frame anywhere you want. And as you're exploring, you can see there's all different shapes, sizes. Some have borders, some look like phones. So there's again, a gazillion different things you can do with this. I like just the plain square frame. It's easy for all of our product. You can make it smaller or bigger by dragging the circle. If you drag the dash, it makes it only one direction. Okay. So you can move it around by just holding on it and moving it. This little button here makes it go sideways. So if you want it, not toy soldier-ish, you can move it around in circles. But this is my go-to. This is what I use all the time. If you go back over to the left and click uploads, you can upload files. So you're going to want to make sure that you have all of your files in where you want them to be for all your Mary Kay product. So I have all my Mary Kay product in a picture folder, and then each folder is labeled with what I want. I even have discontinued stuff in here. So let's do sun stuff. Let's put in the new sunscreen. So that will download it. And then you'll take it from your uploads and you literally just drag it to the picture frame. And voila, you have a picture of, I think this is after sun gel. And then if you want to get rid of the background, you go up to the top here and you click background remover, and it'll take off the background. So now you just have a white background. You can get rid of this extra space if you want. You can move it around. You can make it smaller. You make it big. Create your favorite text. These are my favorite. So I already have them, the ones that I like in there. But you can go to add a text box. And for whatever reason, it adds it super small. And then you just put in whatever you want your text to be. Right? So there's your after sun gel. And then this moves it around. Oops. Helps if you spell it right. This will make it bigger. So if you want to change the font after you decide, oh, well, this isn't very readable or whatever you're using, you can go up to the top here, click on the font, and then to the left, it shows all the different fonts. Like, again, there's a million fonts. So if you know the name of your font that you really like, then you can type in the name and that will show up for you. And then you change the size back up at the top here. Okay. Simple, super easy. So background, let's say we want a background on this picture, right? So you go back over to the left and you go down to backgrounds. And again, there's a gazillion. So you can either just scroll through them or you can type in, let's do a beach. Look at that, all these different beach ones. So then you'll pick your beach photo that you like and you want it to be something contrasting, right? Click on it and look at that. Now I have sand with my after sun gel. So it makes it really easy to use. And your background can change. You can do just plain solid colors. You can move it to the sand colors. You can have whatever you want in there. And then you can, like move this around after sun gel. You can even add, you can go to photos and let's search photos. Let's do a beach umbrella, right? Look at that. So I'm going to stick that in there with my after sun gel. Because now I'm at the beach, right? So there's so many fun, cute ways that you can create your own flyer. But you don't have to create your own flyer. And the cool thing about Canva is it auto saves. So everything I just did, I don't have to worry about saving. So now I can just go back to templates or to my home page, right? And it's already, well, it'll pop up here in a second, but it'll pop up that I've already created that file, and then I can click back on it. There we go. See, and then it just shows back up. So you can rename it whatever you want to name it. Super simple, right? So the house button is the home button up here in the corner. So that makes life super easy. Then let's say you want to, we're going to create, where is? There's so much stuff. Sometimes I still have to stop and think. No, oh, that's mine. I want to search templates. So go down to your templates on the far left-hand side. You hit the templates, and this is going to allow you to find one that is already made. So we're going to put in sale flyer again. And there is literally millions of sale flyers that come in. So as you're looking through what flyers you want, there's a little star right here. And you can click that star and it will save that particular one for you over here on the left where it says starred content. So you click on starred content and these are the fun things. And I usually pick things based on color. So here's one that I found. Pink and white minimalist illustration is what it's called. I like the background. So I can take that background and I can take that product off of there and put Mary Kay in. And so you click on it, you click customize this template. And then I will go back to my uploads and I will bring my After Sun gel in there to change that template. And sometimes you have to resize it, because your pictures are going to be different. And I'm going to
Did you
take the
get rid of the
background.
other one,
Yep.
Dawn? The original one. How did you get rid of it?
I just drug my picture over in and it just replaced it.
Oh, gotcha.
So if you screw up, you can hit undo. There's an undo button. So I just went to uploads and I just drug my picture into that picture. So I don't even have to like take it off or remove it. And then of course I have to resize it because that picture was more rectangular the other way, right? More landscape. So then I just resize this, remove my background, and then I just, again, same thing. I can resize or redo my words. You just double click on it. If that highlighted completely, you can just start and it just changes everything. Just move it and it changes. Then you move it down to recenter it. And these purple lines that you see in the center, when you move things, that is lining it up with whatever else is on the screen. So you can center it within there. So I really like this. It already says limited edition. Of course, you want to, change this to probably After Sun Gel, put in your own contact information, get rid of the Actors Hollywood. You can leave this photo. You can put in a different photo. You can put in a beach photo. So you can see how versatile and easy it is to take something that someone else already created and make it yours. And so the delete button, click on it and delete it. Click on it and delete it. Super easy, right? Shop now. You can even put your website in here. It goes directly to your marykay.com site. You can link that in there. If you want to change the color of the background, you just click the background, and up here at the top, it says background color is vivid crimson. So you can click on that and it will change. You can pick whatever colors you want to change it to. There's a place for photo. It's either called photo colors or document colors. And so it'll tell you what color everything is. Like this girl's skin, the picture of the girl, it'll pull out the colors of that. It'll pull out the colors of your After Sun Gel. So it's really nice to have if you want to keep the colors all matching. It shows you what that document color is. But we could change this. Let's change this to a lighter pink. Just say now it's a lighter pink. Just by clicking. And if you click change all, it changes all of that color of the whole document. And then if you want to change the colors, maybe you want to swap it. Maybe you want the flowers to be a dark pink. And then you click change all and it changes all those flowers to dark pink now. It does take some playing around with. It takes some time to learn how to play with it all, but it's really simple. So we could probably, nope, I can't change her white robe to a different color. So you would probably, knowing that you can't change her white robe to a different color, you're probably going to want to go back and make your background a little bit darker so that you can see her outline, right? So super simple, easy to use. You can, if you want to use this same template and change the product, you go up here to these this plus sign at the top of the picture, and you click on that, and it will duplicate the page. It'll make it exactly the same. So now all you got to do is drag in your new product, change your price, and now you have another exact type. So if you're having let's say you're having a spring sale or a summer fun sale, you can have the same template, change out the products, and it's super easy. I just love how easy it is. So now that we've created this, now how do we get it out of Canva and get it so we can put it on our computer, right? So you're going to go up to the share button and you're going to click on the share button. Got to move you guys to the other side. And you're going to go down here to download. And you're going to click on download. Now this is going to, because I have more than one page, it is going to download both of them in a zip file. I don't like doing that. So I click on the page number and I'm going to download just page 1. Okay. And then I'm going to click download and it's going to ask me where I want to save it. So then that's where you pick the file that you want to save. So it does take a minute to download. And you can pick if you wanted it download in a PNG, if you wanted it download in something else. So now I'm going to change whatever I want to call this, put it in the proper folder, right? And click save. Okay, except I'm not going to save it. So it's really that easy. You can download it in a zip file if you'd rather do that. If you have multiple pages, sometimes it's easier in put it in a zip folder, put it on your computer and then unzip the folder and have all those documents where you want them. So it's up to you how you want to do it, if you want to zip it or do it individual. But when you've created a sale with, like, let's say we have 10 products that we want to highlight, downloading the zip file is much easier and faster than doing page 1, download page 2, download page 3, and do that 10 different times. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we zip the file, so again, it's going to take a second, but it's going to zip both of these pictures now. And I can save it to my desktop and then it'll be in a zip file. See where it says zip. And then of course, once it's downloaded, you right click and unzip the files and save them into the place that you want to save them. So again, super easy. Okay. And you can do this with anything. I mean, there's so many different things. Your upload photos, they stay in here like always. And I use this for Mary Kay. This is friends group stuff. These are some backgrounds that I found that I really like. So if you want your own background, I can come in here and I can click on it. Oh, I can't read it here. There's a, yeah, see down at the bottom? So if you hit the little sideways hamburger, right? Replace background. Look at that. So easy. So much fun. So if you want the same graphics, but maybe you want a different background each time, just click on it, right click, go down, replace background. So now you have the same theme, just a different background that goes with what you're doing. So this, I love Publisher and I'm sad that it's going away, but the more I play in Canva, the more I really, really like it. So that's just the basics of Canva, how to do something super simple. It is going to take you some time to get used to all the different commands, like, okay, I want to change this color. How do I do that? Okay, so let me click on it. Oh, look, edit, color. You can change the color. So it does take some playing around with, but once you do that, you can share these files. So not only can I share them to my computer to put on I can share them with you. The public view link, you click on that, it creates a public view link. Now I can copy this link and I can send it to you, and then you can put it into your Canva. And now you can change what you want to do. So maybe you love this template, but maybe you want your after sun gel to be buy one, get one free. So I can send this to you and then you can just change it and you can have a buy one, get one free. And all you had to do was change the $20 to buy one, get one free, or add the buy one, get one free. So Canva is going to allow us to share our templates with each other a lot easier than Publisher ever did. Because if you try to share with Publisher with somebody who doesn't have Publisher, you have to save it as a photo and then you can't change it, right? It's like stuck in photo mode forever. This you can change. So it makes it so much easier for us to share our items. You can move the pages around by hitting the up and down arrow. So I moved that glittery page to the bottom. You can hide the page. So when you're looking at it, looking to share it, it won't show up. This just puts in another page, a blank page, just another blank page. You hit the delete the page to delete it. I like the duplicate page because once I figure out my template, then I don't have to mess with it again. I just duplicate it, change my product, duplicate it, change my product. So I have an example of that. I can show you quick. Let's see, homepage. Where did I do that? Sorry, I have a bazillion files in it. Here's one. So I did a spring cleaning thing. So here's my introduction, and then so it's the same template. I just switched the pictures. Super easy. And these are just some fun, the font colors you can change. You just have to play around with the font stuff. You can also group pictures together. You click the picture, hold the shift key, click the other picture, and then it'll group. And then so when you want to move it, it moves both of them instead of just one. And you can do that with text, like this text is all grouped together. So I can move all of it instead of just, because once you get it centered and looking the way you want to want it to look like, and then you try to move it, it's kind of a pain. So again, click it, shift, and group. And then I can move it around anywhere I want to. And these little dotted purple lines that you see, those again are centering it. So now it's centered exactly in this middle of the page. Well, I don't want it centered in the middle of the page because it's too close to free, right? So I'm going to move it down, but I want to keep it centered vertically. So super easy to move around and redo. And this background is just something that I liked, so that's what I used. So super easy.
Background is from Canva, correct?
What?
The background is from Canva that you're using? Or did
Yes,
you find this one?
Yes. Yep, it's on Canva. I haven't played around with the Canva AI much just to be, I just haven't done it. But you can select an image and you can change that image with Canva. Branding is to brand your colors. So I've got a Mary Kay brand and it basically has all my favorite pink colors in there. So these are my favorite. This is what my Hostess flyer is made out of, are those colors. These are my favorite fonts. So it just brands me. So you don't have to do that though. Text, elements, template. These tools down here are to draw lines. You can add tables. You can add sticky notes to your document. You can add lines. You can add shapes and you can draw. So if you want to draw your own things onto your image, you can do that as well. I don't have any apps linked, but there's certain apps that you can link. I haven't gotten to that craziness yet. I just use templates, elements, texts, and the uploads. And then I do use the pictures and the photos and backgrounds. And you, again, you can upload your own photos. You can upload your to use as backgrounds. You don't have to use the Canva backgrounds, kind of like what we did with the other one. So, questions? I know it's a lot, but there's a lot in Canva to have fun with. And here's where you would, this little pencil, you can rename your flyer or your project to summer sale or whatever you want to put in there.
Fun.
So that's any questions real quick?
As you say, it takes some playing around.
It really does. You need to, give yourself 15, 20 minutes a day to play around with it so you can kind of get used to what everything is and just go in and create one thing. Start with one thing. Maybe you want to do a limited edition flyer. You can go into templates, click limited edition flyer, and there'll be like a million that'll pop up. So figure out which ones you like, hit the star button, and then you can go back to the start. And you find that by clicking this open menu part here. You can open menu, and then there'll be a spot for you to go to your start sections. The templates thing will take you there to your start place too. So there's tons in here, you guys. So have fun creating and borrowing and
I like your idea, Don. So if any of us have a really super idea, we can share it so someone else can take it and use whatever they want.
Thank you, Don. That was a nice, good little tutorial. I've actually played in Canva quite a bit, but it's actually nice to hear somebody else see how they go about doing things. And I actually, just by playing around, not knowing what I was doing, took a blank flyer and I was able to create my last vision board that I created for Mary Kay. I did it in Canva and it was my favorite one yet. And it was, I have no idea how I did it. It would just showed up because I was playing with things and images and moving stuff around. So I agree with Don, just play with it and you'll be amazed at what you can do with it.
yeah, you just kind of have to know what you want. And then you could probably go into the templates and search vision board. I bet you. Let's see what comes up. Holy buckets. So there you go. So yeah, oh my gosh, there's a gazillion in here. All different shapes, sizes, colors. And again, make it your own, change it to whatever you want it to be. So that's really fun. I hadn't thought about doing a vision board. I did do my desktop wallpaper on Canva with like the new ring and the Cadillac and personal goals and things like that. So yeah, this is a great idea though. Thanks, Jill. Might have to do that.
Awesome. Well, this is great, Don. I think we all have a start. I have actually designed a little bit in Canva, um, but I didn't know what I was doing. So this helps.
Yeah, there's so much more than what I covered today, but these are the basics of what you need to know to create your first flyer. And it's super simple. Again, use the templates if you don't want to create it all yourself. Use the templates and search something in like vision board. There must be a million ideas in here. So, and then you just click. So this little star, it'll take you to your starred. So if you like this one, but you want to keep looking, just hit the star button and then it'll save it for you.
Oh, okay.
Wow, there's a gazillion on there. So
Great. Well, yeah, can't wait to hear how everybody's doing. Dawn, or everybody actually, I just wanted to, before we go, to share with you that I heard from Lisa Tapper, and she has had her surgery and she is doing dialysis every night while she sleeps now. And she said she feels better. And
Good.
so I'm glad to hear that. It's taken her a while to feel better. So we're just hoping for more and more. And I'm glad that she updated us so we know how she's doing. She said it's been a rough go, and I'm sure energy and emotions are up and down. So we're just glad we're this far. So thank you, Lisa, for sharing. All right, gals. Well, this is fun. Play around and create some good things and share them with us. And thank you so much, Dawn. So have a great week, everybody.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Don.
Yep.